Public comment period for the 2025 year Consolidated Plan for the potential use of CDBG and home program funds. After a brief PowerPoint presentation, we will begin accepting comments and feedback from the audience. So today we're meeting to consider the potential use of the CDBG and home dollars for the next 5 years in our 5-year Consolidated Plan. These conversations that we have will determine the community needs for the next 5 years and how we develop our grant programs to revolve around those community needs. So under the Consolidated Plan, we have 2 major federal grants. The first is the Community Development Block Grant, which provides annual grants on a formula basis to states, cities, counties to develop viable urban communities by presenting decent housing and suitable living environments and by expanding economic opportunities principally for low to moderate income persons. The second is the Home Investment Partnership Program, which is a type of United States federal assistance provided by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to states in order to provide decent and affordable housing, particularly housing for low to very low income Americans. So before we get too far into this, let's take a brief moment to look at our community in review. Currently, from the data provided by the US Census.gov, our population is near 82,256 persons. Median household income is at $47,950. Average poverty rate is at 17.6%, and our employment rate stands at 58.1%. So, for the individual grants listed before, there are specific national objectives and program types that we can provide grants to our community as long as they fall under that umbrella. For the Community Development Block Grant, the funds can only be spent on projects that meet at least one of the national objectives listed here. The first is directly benefit low to moderate income persons. 2 is to address the elimination of slum and blight. 3 is to meet an urgent need, i.e. a national disaster. Under the home program, home funds can only be used for projects that qualify as one of the eligible housing activities listed here. The first is to assist owner-occupants with the rehabilitation of their homes. Second, finance, purchase, or rehabilitation for new construction for home buyers. The third is to rehabilitate or construct affordable rental housing. And the fourth is tenant-based rental assistance. To further clarify as to what we're expecting to do with our Consolidated Plan, we'd like to list our previous 5-year con plan goals. In that con plan, we listed income disparity, housing stock deterioration, elderly needs, rental housing, minority needs, and homeless support activities. In that Consolidated Plan and mirroring in our plan moving forward, we have a few program service goals. The first is to provide specific services to help move city residents out of poverty. Second, to provide programs that recruit participants from the targeted areas such as the South Longview incentive planning area. The third is to build programs that meet one or more of city priorities, such as job training, childcare, or homelessness. Now further on to the Community Development Block Grant, we'd like to list some of the previous programs that we've enacted in the past 5 years to give you an idea of potential ways that these dollars can be used in the next 5 years. First, under our Public Facilities Grant, we've improved structural needs for community service organizations within the community. Under our Public Service Grant, we have aid with child care needs for persons seeking employment, aid with mental health centers, assist with community services benefiting the homeless, assist business owners within the SLIP area through facade improvement grants, rehabilitate public works utilities such as dilapidated water main and high-risk areas, assist in home ownership through down payment/closing cost assistance, assist elderly and disabled persons through critical home repairs, and lastly, to assist in the economic development of our community through technical job training scholarships. Under the Home Investment Partnership Grant, we have included a reconstruction for homes beyond repair for families in need, rehabilitation to bring at-risk properties back to a federal home standard, tenant-based rental assistance to aid in rapid rehousing for persons at risk of homelessness, and new home infill to low to moderate income persons through local community housing development organizations. So, as a further aspect of our community and review, we've listed our population estimates and median household income, as well as our persons in poverty percentages. But to go on a little further, our educational attainment percentage of high school graduates or higher is at 84.3%. Persons without health insurance is at 19.4%. Median housing value is at $137,000. Total household units, being owner-occupied, would be 34,634. Number of firms, as far as businesses are concerned, 8,585. Male median income is at $30,623. Female median income is at $20,325. Veteran total within our community is at 4,845 persons. And percent of households with a broadband internet subscription is at 75.2%. Housing needs. So in front of us, we have a broad breakdown of our individual housing statistics. And to further clarify on that, out of the entire housing stock within the city of Longview, specifically owner-occupied units, 2.8% are from 1939 or older, 33.3% are from 1940 to 1969, 50.7% are from 1970 to 1999, and 13.3% are from 2000 to the current date. So that puts the vast majority of our housing stock pre-2000 and shows the aging nature of the homes within our community, which is why we have had substantial interest in home rehabilitation and home rehab grants in the previous consolidated plan. The types of homes that we have for single family, we have 63.6%, townhomes, 2.3%, small apartment buildings at 11.2%, apartment complexes at 19.2%, and mobile homes at 3.6%, with 0.1 remaining in other categories not listed above. Business needs. For the City of Longview's consolidated plan, we've addressed a couple of goals as far as our commercial needs are concerned. The main being to incentivize growth while including both private and public sector for investment consideration in such suggested areas as our entry corridor passages and the SLIP area incentive program. Also, small business rehabilitation that incentivizes growth for minority business enterprise. Now, I'd like to express that the only way that we can bring the programs that are needed by the community is if we have community response based off of the needs that we as administrators can't see from your day-to-day life. So we've constructed a community needs survey, which has been listed on the majority of our social media and has been sent out through all of our contacts within the public service organizations within our community. We'll have a link listed below and also on our Facebook page. But before you go and do that, we'd like to take a brief moment to have an overview over the questions that are listed. The first is to improve broadband access for low to moderate income persons. Second is assist homeless individuals from the form of rental assistance for rapid rehousing projects. The third is sprinkler systems for the downtown 100 acres of heritage businesses to revitalize old lots. Fourth would be emergency repair dollars to respond to natural disasters. Fifth would be home repair or reconstruction for people who are already within their own homes. Sixth would be adaptation of housing for elderly or disabled persons. Seventh would be cleaner neighborhoods. Eighth would be temporary housing for people with special needs. Ninth would be places for the homeless to live. 10th, money to assist first-time homebuyers to pay closing costs and down payment. 11th would be new houses for first-time homebuyers. 12th, new or repaired public transportation shelters, benches, and equipment. 13th would be new or repaired parks, playgrounds, community centers, or senior centers. 14th would be new or repaired streets, curbs, gutters, sidewalks, water lines, and sewer lines. 15th, job training, job creation, or support for small businesses. 16th would be preservation of historic buildings, including the downtown area. 17th would be affordable child care services for low-income working parents. 18th would be scholarships to teach job skills for low-income persons. And 19th would be helping the elderly or disabled, i.e. through weatherization or ADA accessibility programs. So these are potential grant programs that we have either completed in the past or are considering in the future. This isn't an exhaustive list. Within the survey, we do have a section for personal response. If there are any programs that you as the community deem necessary that we should give under consideration. And you can find the full survey at the link below. As I mentioned before, we have the link posted within our social media and Facebook site. And we would love to have any and all commentary that you could possibly provide so we can make sure that we have the needs of the community fully addressed as we enter our next 5-year cycle. So with that, I think we're going to open up the floor for public comment. Richard, do we have anybody on the line?
Dakota, we don't have anyone who has indicated that they wish to speak during this public comment period or during this public hearing.
Okay, we'll give it another couple of minutes and then we will conclude this public comment period. Okay, well, with there being no more public comments, this hearing will end. Please remember to take the link off of our social media and fill out that survey. We would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you and have a great evening.